Firstly, I would just like to tell residents and the Town Council that Chris Holman and I had a meeting on the top of Avon Way on Friday with the Sue Matsoulis, the Police and Crime Commissioner, Police Superintendent Paul Richards, many residents and Sue Matsoulis' assistant. And it was a very successful meeting after Chris Holman has campaigned for years to get something done about Avon Way, some recognition that that road is dangerous, particularly to members of the public who are trying to cross over at the playground area. It's just so sad that after so many years, it has taken all this time for poor Chris to get some sort of response from not only the council but the police. And I'm just disappointed that Portisheaad Town Council did not do more for him after promising previous years to actually act on his behalf. Just so sad that if it wasn't for residents in Portisheaad, I'm not sure what will actually be done. Regarding the past planning minutes, now there was a bit of an issue here a month ago regarding a subject of Lake Road, and there was some controversy about declaration of interest. And I would just like to say that thank you, after I raised the error within the planning minutes, they have now been amended. And I don't know why that error was put in, because there was so much controversy about it on the evening, that to state in the first set of minutes, the draft, that Councillor Owens had declared an interest, we all knew that wasn't right, but to say that, you know, it had to be down to a resident to highlight that, the resident minutes have now been amended. But not before the chair of this planning committee shouted at me in trying to correct the minutes. Mr. Burden, I don't know why you're shaking your head, because you can remember it very well. You shouted at me, if you don't like the minutes, Annette, go to the police. And I thought that was really uncalled for, very inappropriate, it was a breach of your code of conduct. And fortunately, the minutes have now been corrected. And I would like to think that we can raise anything at these minutes politely and respectfully and expect the same courtesy back, not to be shouted at by the chair of the committee. But just to confirm, regarding declaration of interest, I have here the councillor's signed declaration of his interest in which Lake Road is declared as a beneficial interest in that land. So I just want to say that councillors, if you are in any confusion whatsoever, you don't look to the chair of the town council for the answer, nor the clerk. You look to the monitoring officer, and you don't sign a declaration of interest without reading it and knowing what you're signing for, because then we wouldn't have the problems we had at the last planning meeting and in the adjournment of the full council meeting. As a resident of this town, I don't want to have to be shouted at by anybody for just pointing out the facts. And so I just wanted to raise that. And also, dispensations are very clear. And by now, you should have been given the information by the monitoring officer of North Somerset Council. It's clear, it's in writing, and again, why should a resident have to correct councillors on when they should and should not declare an interest? That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Now to Mrs. Hennessy, it is for a member to